this is a request from Ms. Sabarian for this court to have this order that's already been in effect to continue on for a longer period of time. And so on that, Mr. Gay, why should the court not, to a legal standard, you have to show to a, that the court shouldn't do this. So floor is yours.
Okay. Well, first, let me start. During the last proceeding, the judge did tell me that I had every right to file a complaint against Miss Siberian for the Department of Health because she was my medical provider who did engage in a sexual relationship with me and exposed me to a sexual transmitted disease. He said I could do that. I just could not be in contact with her or any individuals who, like any third party individuals with her, which I have not done. I do not go around her. I avoid her at all costs. I do not call her, text her, show up to her house. In fact, she has actually made attempts to come into my vicinity in the lobby. I have actually made attempts to turn around where I walk my dog. She knows where I walk my dog. Her daughter tries to come up to my dog. I turn around and go the opposite way. There are times where I park my vehicle, then she will then park her vehicle. Go ahead,
Mr.
I'm sorry.
Gay, Mr.
Yes,
Gay,
ma'am.
say, where did this happen? When did this happen?
This happened throughout this whole 2025, actually. And the
So
only reason
sit down as to where and when. Where did this happen?
this happened in our complex of Views on Fifth. So we stay in the same apartment complex where she actually practices acupuncture. That's where we met. And
when these things happened, when she approached you, when her daughter approached you?
yes, this was going to be March of 2025. And then I saw her again in, I believe, June of 2025. My
And
whole,
describe those situations.
she was in the lobby. She was walking towards me
Oh,
and I
we've
turned
lost
around.
your audio. Can't hear you now for some reason.
Can you hear me now?
No, we
Hello?
can't hear you for some reason.
Can you hear me now?
Still not.
Hello?
Now you're back. Now you're
Okay.
back. So the March
Okay.
20th event.
Yes. There was in this during the spring and summertime of this year, she has repeatedly either approached me, walked towards me, or have parked near my vehicle. And I even thought to myself, she's trying to get me in trouble by even being around me, as well as her ex-husband, Mr. Yost, has repeatedly called me, shown up to my home, hired a private investigator to show up to my home, my workplace, left cards, and I have not even answered. So I would also like the court to understand that if I was trying to harass her or stalk her, I would have answered those phone calls to try to get her in trouble because I know what's going on. Her husband had,
And
her
I need
ex-husband.
to understand more particularly. So in the, you
Okay,
said
I can. So
20,
in December of 2025,
okay.
Mr. Yost
Well,
reached
that's
out to,
so
I'm
December, just a couple months, just a month ago.
no, excuse me. Let me take a step back. December 2024, Mr.
Okay.
Yost,
That I'm not concerned with because that was before the issuance of this order. Decisions have
but
already
that,
been. So
yes, and
since
that,
21st of 2025, you've alleged that Ms. Sabarian in March and June of 2025 tried to contact you. And so I'm trying
yes,
to figure
as well as her husband, Mr. Yost, has contacted me in 2025, as well as a private investigator, Morgan Investigating.
Ms.
Private,
Sabarian
I
because
I
she's
can't hear
the,
you. I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
yeah, I
Can
don't
you say
know
that
why.
again?
Testing, testing. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now. Say that again.
So Mr. Yost is not a subject of this case in the
Correct.
sense of protected party. So I need to hear from you. more detail about what exactly when it happened in March and June, or you said spring and summer of 2025? You say
That's
what happened?
okay. That's what I'm trying to explain, Your Honor. I am trying to get to the point that Mr. Yost and Mrs. Iberian, whoever, I have been getting visits from a private investigator from Mr. Yost or her showing up to my workplace, showing up to my home, phone calls, messages, trying to contact me in regards to her. I have the text messages and I have the phone calls. Her, what she's alleging, if you're looking at the dates here, she's stating in January 22nd, 2025, March 14th, 2025, February, March 25, because of this ongoing harassment. When, however, it is her husband or Mr. Yost that is reaching out to me, and I am not in contact with him. I am ignoring his phone calls, every attempt, and she is the one actually parking next to my vehicle. I will park my vehicle in a parking lot. I come out the next morning, her vehicle is next to mine. It was also, I also want the court to know that Miss Iberian parks in a parking garage. Now, all of a sudden, she's parking in the parking lot where she knows that I park. I am not harassing her. I'm trying to avoid her. I
Let me
was
ask you
putting,
about lot. Are those assigned um spaces, or can you park
no,
just?
you can park anywhere. And the parking lot is always full. It's not as if there's empty spaces.
Have you been
The folk,
full since January of 2025?
what's that? Can you say that?
You've been driving the same vehicle?
I have, yes, I have two vehicles.
Okay.
But that vehicle, yes, I have been driving the same vehicle.
Since 2024 or yeah. So you're saying that and you apparently recognize Miss Siberian's vehicle.
And she
So
recognizes my vehicle.
why
And
would
what?
why do you think she would?
Because she knows my vehicles.
Why do
We
you
were
say
friends before, because we were friends and we had a personal relationship beforehand. And she was parking in the parking garage and she would come out to the parking lot to meet me and my dog
the same
previously.
that you drove that same vehicle? You have two of them.
Absolutely.
So,
Yes, she knows those vehicles. She has known me since 2023.
okay. All right.
As
So
well as honor, may I have the floor to speak for a second?
when
I'm
did
sorry, I
that,
can't hear you.
when did that happen, or how many times did that happen?
What part, Your Honor?
Say you went out to your car and you saw Miss Siberian's vehicle parked next to yours.
Multiple times.
But about when?
Multiple.
How
This
many?
past year, probably 4 or 5 times. And
Okay.
what I thought to myself was, get out of the car, go straight in, don't even make a fuss about it. Maybe she's trying to get me in trouble because my whole gist of this was after she exposed me to an STD, I told her that, hey, I am going to report you. She then filed this case on me. So I felt like this was like retaliation. So then with the court case being like, hey, there's going to be a restraining order. Now she starts showing up in different places. Now she's parking next to me. She enters a different side entrance that I enter on. Now she's showing up towards that lobby where I walk my dog. That's what I was mentioning back in March and over the spring. I come out through a different entrance where I walk my dog through stairs. We don't go through the elevator because he's scared of the noises. So we go through stairs and she's walking through that entrance now. So I turned completely around and walked the opposite way. And she remembers it because she looked me dead in my face and kept walking towards me. And I turned completely around and went right upstairs. Didn't say a word to her, didn't talk to her.
That's in
I
the
am,
law
I,
thing that you live and where you understand she had a business.
yes, I have been avoiding her as well as her husband, who has been showing up to my house. He also has a business in the apartment complex. He has also hired a private investigator, Private Investigating. He has shown up to my apartment. He has dropped off cards. He has also left voice messages that I can also provide to the court.
Yost, unless you can show some
I can,
evidence,
I can,
but it's
I
doing
can.
the actions at,
I was just notified of this on the 9th.
well,
So
that I know. And you seem to be ready to go forward today. So that's why we're
I
going forward.
actually am not. I'm actually just trying to present what I can. Like I said, I just want this whole thing to go away. She was my friend, and then all this was an emotional misunderstanding where
Get back. Do you, as to Mr. Yost, do you have some evidence that you can present to the court that would show that Ms. Sabarian is having him go contact you?
Um, I have evidence that yes, that he is contacting me on her behalf, or maybe not on her behalf, but because of her. He's asking me questions about court cases, and he needs my help. He's trying to get his child back. All of these
Object,
different things, and I'm not answering.
not
I can show.
respondent. So his actions are his actions. This court doesn't have any control over him. Uh, I don't. So, and he's
Well,
not clear.
what I'm
So
stating is I'm just trying to make my case that I am not trying.
about or allegations that Ms. Sabarian is contacting you. And we've
I'm
gotten
not
a couple.
stating she's contacting me, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So
I'm stating that, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Arch event, the parking next to your vehicle, how should I take that then?
Ma'am, what I am stating,
Your Honor, and let's try and communicate one at a time. I don't know if maybe there's
it
a
is.
lag or something. We're
There
having a hard.
is a lag. There is a lag. I'm sorry. There's a lag. I'm trying to hear you through my headphones. I had out of hearing.
Let's keep trying. I don't know if there's a lag, so I don't know if we're talking over each other or what.
I hear a lag because when I start talking, then I see you start talking, then I stop, and then you're talking again, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, may I please start again?
Tell me why you think Miss Sabarian is contacting you if you just said she's not.
I did not say that she was contacting me, Your Honor. Please let me restate my response, Your Honor.
Mhm.
May I do that, Your Honor?
Go ahead.
Okay, Your Honor. So I am stating that I am the one who is being contacted by her third party or her side, whether it be her ex-husband or a third party investigator. I am being visited by at my home or via phone call, email. I have proof of that. I have not responded to Mr. Yost or the private investigator. If I wanted to go after Miss Siberian, I would answer those phone calls or responses. I have not. I have left it alone. I have tried to avoid the entire situation. I have also tried to avoid her when I have seen her in person, even in the lobby of the apartment complex back in the spring of 2025, where she was approaching me towards the lobby and I completely turned around and went back upstairs. There are other incidences where I will park my car at night. She is not parked in the parking lot whatsoever. And then when I wake up in the morning to go to work at 7:30 in the morning, her car is next to mine. I look at it and I feel like I am being intimidated because she has a restraining order on me. And she knows that if I'm next to her, she can now throw me in court. I feel like she's doing this as retaliation because she knows that I can get her in trouble because she was my medical provider who then asked me to come up to her apartment to have sex with her, lied to me about her sexual history. It's a whole thing that happened. That's what I expressed to her. She got upset. That's where we're at.
Let me ask you a
That's
follow-up
why
question.
I feel. Yes, ma'am. And I have the test result as well as the text messages, everything.
All right, so in the request from Ms. Sabarian to have this order extended, talking, let's see, we're on page 2 of 3. I'm way down after September 2nd on to subsequent months, 2025. Her allegations that you would park near her truck while she was residing at Views on Fifth.
False. Again, that's her parking next to me.
All right. And then the next paragraph after that with some, and there were some photos that were attached. It's all in the court file available to everyone. Let's see. Captured Mr. Gay walking and standing by my vehicle, looking inside, appears to be pressing a key fob, further violating the contact order. Any comment there?
There's what a video. I don't see a video. I'm looking at a photo, and I'm looking at a photo at 9:26 after the cars in the parking lot are now gone. If you were to take a photo of that area about an hour prior, you'll see that parking lot is full. And again, who's to not say that she did not park after the fact? There are many times that I park my car. I get off around 5 o'clock. I park my car. I go in the house, walk my dog. I won't leave again until the next morning. And then I come out. As I mentioned before, then her car is there. I don't go around her. I'm trying to avoid her.
Pictures. So I'm looking at the photographs, or 2 of them, and I see 2 cars. Which is yours in there?
Yes, it's the black one all the way to the left. And then to the left of that, you'll see a handicap spot where no one can park. And then you'll also see a space in between. So we're not even close. We're not next to each other. So there was a car probably in between that one as well.
Okay, and then there's another photo, and yours is where in here? There's a van, a white van, a white truck, and then a darker car 2 spaces over.
Oh, gotcha. Yes, my car is all the way to the right, 2 spaces away. And again, my argument is she is parking her vehicle after the fact. I am not going and parking my vehicle next to her. I have been avoiding her. And that was my argument that I was trying to relate to the court earlier is I have been avoiding her, her husband, private investigators, even so much so that my complaint to the Department of Health, I left it alone because I did not want anything to do with her. I was so embarrassed that I caught an STD from her, that I wanted nothing to do with her. And the fact that she's bringing this up again is a nightmare. She just keeps bringing this stuff up, and it's just like I want it to go away.
So is this the parking area assigned for Views on Fifth, or just a public area that's handy?
It's a public area that's handy. And then, but every people from Views on Fifth Park there, it's normal parking. And I parked there for the 3.5, 4 years that I've lived at Views on Fifth. I've
Right.
always parked there. And she's known that. She's always known that. She's met me there plenty of times to walk my dog. We've met out there. We've smoked cannabis out there, but plenty of times. So she knows where I park. And I have the text messages that I can show. So all I'm asking the court, yes, ma'am.
Second, then I'll give you a chance to sum up. I just wanted to see if I have any other questions, and I will give you a chance here to sum up.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else?
Yes, again, I just want the court to, from the documents I just received last week, again, I didn't have time to prepare, but from January 21st, 2025, I have not contacted Miss Siberian. I have ignored all phone calls from Mr. Yost, all third party, who has been contacting me trying to get Miss Siberian in trouble. So I want the court to look at that. If I wanted to like attack her or get her in trouble, I could literally try to collide with her husband to get her in trouble. But I chose not to do that. I said, you know what, let's let bygones be bygones. Let's just cease the whole entire thing. We had a one night stand, it went bad, whatever. Leave it alone. I don't text her, I don't call her. I just went about my business. And every date that she's mentioning and the paperwork is between her and her husband. These are these are things that are going on. Yes, I have every right to file with the Department of Health because she was my medical provider that did lie to me. But even then, I stopped pursuing it because it wasn't worth my time or energy. And now going through this again is embarrassing. Um, it's wasting my time. It's putting my name in the court system. This is ridiculous. And all I did was knock on her door because we said that we were going to talk in person. And this is something that you would want to talk about is sexual health, especially with your medical provider. And that's what she told me. And I had the text messages that show, hey, that she stated to me that she didn't want to talk over the phone. She wanted to talk in person. So that's why I went to her place. And then she called the police on me for going to her place. After that, I ceased all communication with her. I don't have any bad blood in it. Even when she did park next to me, I did nothing to her vehicle. I don't harass her. I don't do anything. That's why I just want this whole situation to go away so I can go about my life and she can go about her life. I want this to be over. I'm begging this to be over. I don't want this trauma bond or whatever thing that she has going on. And I know the court can't see this, but at the time in December, the reason why her husband was reaching out to me in December of 2024, 25, because she had cut all of her hair off. She was going through this mental thing. That's why I was talking to him. And if I wanted to try to really damage her, I really could have pursued that, but I did not. And I wanted the court to understand. I have all of our text messages from 2023 or 22, the end of 22. I could really go after her and pursue this if I wanted to, but I just wanted to go away. She is bringing this up and bringing it into light. All I wanted to do was have a conversation with a friend. She got scared and flipped this whole entire thing. And now I'm in court arguing my case on why I might have been upset that she possibly gave me an STD, which she did have test results. And this is happening when I have not contacted her or been around her, as well as I avoid her. And again, I also can provide to the court text messages and phone records from her ex-husband, Mr. Yost, showing that I have also ignored every attempt for him to meet up with me as well as have a conversation with me. And there's over 10 of them this year.
Let me jump back to Ms. Sabarian. She filed this petition. Ms. Sabarian, let's start the issue of whether or not, the issue about Mr. Gay making a complaint through the Department of Health is not, from what I've read the entire file, gone through everything that came before, that's not of issue. The issue is, was there other contact? And you're alleging in your petition for renewal that he continued, there was a contempt motion that Mr. Yost filed a contempt motion against you. So, and used a declaration from Mr. Gay to support the family law case. So we'll get to other issues, but I'm wondering about that. Why do you think that's, how do you attribute all that to Mr. Gay? And
Your Honor, it's been a very long year with Mr. Gay and Mr. Yost, but I continue to have ongoing. Mr. Gay's done nothing to show a change of circumstance. He's participated in different ways.
Me that question first. The declaration, was that what was filed January 5th, 2025? Is that what you're talking about? You filed with your motion? I don't know if you labeled it as an exhibit or not, but it was a declaration January 5th, 2025 by Mr. Gay or
Mhm.
R. Michael Gay. Is that what you say was filed by Mr. Yost in a proceeding that you and Mr. Yost are in? Is that what you're referring to?
No, I'm not sure what so
Okay, yeah. So I'm trying to figure out there's a cover sheet, Walker Yost and Avashan Siberian Superior Court, Thurston County, case 21-31093-34, cover sheet declaration of R. Michael Gay. And this was by the Madison Law Firm, and then it's attached and it's part of your
right.
filing.
I see. Mr. Gay wrote a declaration in support of Mr. Yost's objection to my relocation. I had to relocate with my daughter because of the ongoing harassment of Mr. Gay and Mr. Yost and shut my business down. Mr. Gay participated in writing a declaration for Mr. Yost's family law case, which is I'm the mother of my
Right.
child, right?
Okay, so that's the declaration you're talking about. That was January 5th. Was that brought to light in the hearing on the 21st of January of 2025?
No, because
Yes,
no, it was not written in we had
it's
already
signed.
So, Mr. A, just hold your peace. I'm just can only hear one person at a time.
Your
Yes,
Honor,
ma'am.
the dates were manipulated to match that he did it before his protection order hearing. He did not write that during January. Our relocation hearing was September 3rd, and the filings were in July of 2025. Mr. Gay did not write that in January 5th, even though it's dated that way.
All right. So you're alleging that's a contact with you indirectly. Is that what you're saying?
100% in multiple facets. And I actually left Views on Fifth. I entered into the address confidentiality program in May 31st of 2025. I left Views on Fifth. I was actually trying to leave Views on Fifth in December of 2024. That's a different situation, which kept me at Views on Fifth for 6 more months because I couldn't leave for different circumstances. But I left in June of 2025 from the Views on Fifth.
Let me ask you about this parking issue. So you're
Sure.
alleging in your petition that allegations back and forth that Mr. Gay, you said subsequent months of 2025, I don't know when, would park near my truck while I was still residing at Views on Fifth. Mr. Gay said that there are at least 4 to 5 times in 2025 that you parked near him. And then there are these photos. So is this the public parking area that you're talking about, or is it something else?
That's a public one that you discussed this morning. Yes, that's right outside Views on Fifth, right downtown, across from the ice rink. And those are 2-hour slots, but residents at Views on Fifth park there as well as the public. I don't park in the parking garage. I have a very distinct truck with a tent on the back of it. It's a gray orange tent. I've pointed out my truck to Mr. Gay when I first purchased it. He knows exactly what my truck looks like. The timing of I get my daughter from school around 1 to 3 o'clock and I park my vehicle. Mr. Gay comes home after work after 3. And I had forgotten something in my car, and that's the reason I saw his car parked next to mine, is I went back outside and I was like, why is he parking next to my vehicle? And actually, one time when he was parking, I was afraid and I saw him looking and intentionally coming to my car, and I went back inside the house. And then went after, because I knew he was going to be by my car, so I went back in, waited some time because I needed something out of the car for to get, and then I waited a bit, 20 minutes, went back out to my car to get it, and that's when I took the picture to show that he was actually parking next to my vehicle. And it's not, it's an indirect acts of vengeance to show and dominate control over the circumstances, and it's become very frightening and unsafe because he's gone. I understand you're saying that the Department of Health isn't part of that, but it's really caused a lot of stress.
Ms. Sabarian, let me understand these pictures better. You have one labeled June 11th at 6:43. Where's your vehicle in here? Which one?
I'm the white truck.
White Toyota truck. And then
The van is my best friend's car.
June 18th at 9:26 a.m.
Yes.
It's also your white Toyota truck?
Yes, ma'am. Your
Okay.
Honor.
And is this the vehicle that you were driving when you knew Mr. Gay previously before this order was issued?
I did. I bought the truck in October of 2024.
Because you mentioned a gray truck with a tent, and this doesn't have either.
This is a
Maybe
white truck with the tent is on the back on a rhino rack, and it's a particular tent that attaches to the truck.
Okay, I see it now. All right, blow it up a bit. All right, and so is this where folks who reside or do business at Views on Fifth park, or you said there's some other parking area?
There's a automated parking garage, but my car doesn't fit in a parking garage because it's over the height, and they don't take tents into the automated parking garage.
Okay, I'm familiar with that one. So in the time that you were at Views on Fifth and Mr. Gay was at Views on Fifth before this order issued in January of 2025, this is where you would park.
Yes.
Okay. And any other vehicle that you would use, or is this it?
I had another vehicle, but I had to turn that in because it was but this was my main vehicle because in
That's the
October.
one.
Slow down, Mr. Gay. I just one person at a time. I'm not hearing from you right.
Gotcha.
So Ms. Sabarian, so there was another vehicle, but this one you believe that Mr. Gay understood was yours.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And let me ask some questions here. So the idea that from Mr. Gay is asserting that there have been 5 times over 2025 that you parked near his vehicle in this area. Any response to that?
That is not true.
So you would see it as his car wasn't there, you'd park, and then you'd come out and it would be there. His car would be there.
Yes.
And then this in March of 2025, and potentially other times that weren't detailed by Mr. Gay, he'd be in the lobby or coming through an area in the Views on Fifth to walk his dog, and there you were. Any comment?
I lived on the 2nd floor and he lives on the 3rd floor. And so the protection order put 10 feet on purpose because we were both residing within the same apartment complex. There was one time where I was taking out my garbage and he was outside in the evening with his dog. And so we did cross. There was a moment of 10 feet, but he went a different direction and I went out to put my garbage in.
Right. And you think that was sometime around spring, or you said you were at Views on Fifth through June of 2025?
I left in June, yeah, end of June.
So sometime between.
March to June, somewhere in there.
All right, so that seems to equate with what we've heard from Mr. Gay.
I still go to the Views on Fifth. My best friend lives there. And I have a business in Olympia and a lot of community within that building since I've lived there for the last 5 years.
And to your understanding, Mr. Gay still lives there?
Yes.
And how would, if you were to visit your friend, would you be in an elevator or stairwell or what? Or your friend
There's
would,
an alleyway that goes to a different building. So my friend lives in the other tower where Mr. Gay and I used to live in the other side, the smaller building.
there are two different towers
Yeah,
with,
there's two different buildings. There's a tower with 9 floors, and then there's a smaller building on the front. In between the alley, there's two separate structures. And so my friends and people I know are in the main tower, but the alleyway connects between the two buildings. There's
Okay, me-
different entrances to go through. Fifth Avenue, the alleyway. So yeah,
there are different entry doors to these places and different stairwells and different elevators to these places.
yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
And you understand that Mr. Gay lives in a different, in the other building than your friend?
Yes.
Okay. And when you go to visit, you're going to be parking likely in this public area.
I park more close to my friend's entrance on Fifth Avenue.
So you park in somewhere else. You can park on the street. You
I
can
can
park in
park
this.
somewhere else. Yeah.
There's lots of places. All right, I see. So since you you were no longer in Views on Fifth since June of 2025, are you alleging contact? You say September 2nd, and then you say subsequent months, and I presume that means after September in your petition here. You title that paragraph subsequent months. Does that mean after September 2nd?
Right.
Okay. All right. All right. So that helps me understand what you're asserting.
Yes, what is she asserting? Because I'm
Slow down, Mr. Gay. So, all right. So this is date order then. Good. All right. So as to the paragraph on page 2 that you titled video surveillance, that also occurred. That sounds like it might have occurred before you left in June, your
That's right.
assertion.
That's before.
Okay. And so where, all right, so help me understand that, because you say that you wouldn't park in the building where Views on Fifth is, or is there a different home?
Are you talking about the key fob situation where he's walking past my vehicle and pushing the key fob?
It's your assertion. Yeah, where did this
So,
occur?
so I lived on 4th Avenue, and I set up, because of the concern, my attorney said to set up video cameras outside of my apartment. And I opened the blinds around 8, or I don't remember exact timing, it was in the evening. And I saw Mr. Gay walking up and down 4th Avenue and holding a yoga mat or something discreet to under his arm. And he passed by my vehicle, and then he came back around, stopped, looked within my vehicle, turned around, pushed a key fob, and then started walking away and held it above his head and pushed it again. And pushed it again and then left. And so I just happened to see in that moment that that was happening. And that was quite concerning to me, because I thought maybe the night before or something, he could have gone out and put something in my truck for a tracking device, helped up Mr. Yost. I don't know. These two gentlemen have worked together since December of 2024 and the beginning of January, when Mr. Gay was served. The timing of it, the timing is the most important part, because he went immediately to the Department of Health as soon as he was served temporary orders and filed out 8 false allegations against me. And when the investigator contacted him to close the case, he never responded to the investigator. I had to spend over $6,000 to work on hiring someone to help me.
Wrote that down in your petition. So
Okay.
when did this event occur on 4th Avenue?
The date should be on the picture, is it not?
where's the video?
Yeah, have a video here.
I can pull it up, but it's
I would like to be presented the video as well, Your Honor.
Just
I
gonna
don't have
ask,
the video.
I'm just gonna ask, and Ms. Sabarian's just described it, and so this was on Fourth Ave. It wasn't in this parking area, but
that's on Fourth Avenue, right outside the views on Fifth, because the views on Fifth spans.
right. Okay, so then
Can I-
when did this happen, Ms. Sabarian?
Your Honor, I can pull up the date. I just need a minute to find it.
And,
Would
and
that
is
be
it
okay?
possible that, Your Honor,
Yeah.
is it possible?
I'm not gonna, it's not in discovery. All we're doing is hearing from Ms. Sabarian about that video. I'm not looking at it.
Okay. I
I
would want
believe
to
it was
see
in
it because I think that's a
February.
lie.
I believe it was in February, but I can get you the exact date in just a moment.
Because I will say there are a lot of homeless folks who walk
Yeah.
around there, and I don't have a yoga mat.
It's
I
not-
don't do yoga.
Sabarian, I'm not hearing from you right now, so don't interrupt. You're not helping. You're making this more difficult. So, Ms. Sabarian, look through what you got and tell me what you know.
The video was on March 18th, 2025 at military time 1913.
So March of 2025. Got it. All
March.
right. And so Ms. Sabarian, anything else on, and Mr. Gay, you turned off your video. Are you still with us? Mr. Gay is still with us? Where's the rest of it? Is that the? Justin sentence. Okay. All right. Still with us? Okay, now you're muted, so I can't hear you.
Yes, I'm actually checking that date because I believe that that is false. I might have actually been out of state, and I think I even know the gentleman that she's even talking about. So I would love for her to present that video to the court, and I have a counter.
All right. Well, anything else, Ms. Sabarian?
Just that he has not made any attempt to show the court that his attitude has changed, and the opposite is true. I feel that not only has he failed to prove that he will not continue acts of domestic violence, but that he will continue to take acts of vengeance whenever he feels that it's going to harm me. It's been distressing, to say the least. Indirectly, I believe that that's going to continue.
All right. So, Ms. Sabarian, Mr. Gay, I don't find that I should continue this order. What I find is since you left the views on Fifth, Mr. Gay is under the burden to show by a preponderance of the evidence that he will not resume acts of unlawful harassment. There was an order in effect. Folks parked near each other, folks bumped into each other in the lobby. The whole issue about a complaint to Department of Health for a healthcare provider, I can't take that as intimidation, harassment, or unlawful harassment. The actions of Mr. Yost are his actions. I don't have any evidence that he is doing this as part of unlawful harassment. So since you left that area, there hasn't been anything more. I see that as a substantial change in circumstance, and that burden's been met by Mr. Gay. So that order ends today, Mr. Gay, Ms.
Thank you, Your
Sabarian.
Honor.
But I think this has been very instructive. Obviously, no one wants to have contact with each other, so continue on.
May I say something, Your Honor?
I think probably best not. I think we'll just leave it at that. I'm going to write an order that does away with the no contact order. That'll be in the court file available to both of you. And that's the end of the hearing for today.
Your Honor.
Thank
think
you,
it's-
Your Honor.
Not say anything else. You can just leave the meeting unless you, so if you want to get that order that does away with the no contact order, feel free to get into the court file with your Zoom instructions, or you can contact my clerks and they'll see that they'll help you with that. All right, so long. Ms. Yachty, I see, are you infirmed? You're in bed?
I just had surgery. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I understand that. So I did not see that you were able to serve Jason Workman notice at today's hearing. Did you get that accomplished?
No, I was always told I never had to serve him. The sheriff's
al-
always tried.
Yeah, you have had to see to it that it was done, and I have not received the information through you that it was done. So did you ask somebody to do this, or?
I believe the sheriff's department was.
Okay, and that's not your obligation to get that information to the court. It's never been the court to act as your lawyer. So you thought you gave this information to the Thurston County Sheriff?
Yeah, it's normally just goes through like that.
Well, we haven't received anything from the Thurston County Sheriff. You just had surgery, so I would anticipate it must have been difficult to recontact them to find out what they did.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's on you. You have to assure the court that it was done, either through the sheriff, through a business that does legal messengering, through a family or friend who will not be involved in the court hearings. You see to it that one of those ways it gets done. So I don't have anything here. So at this stage, I can reset for hearing. I could also give you some time if you think this morning it's realistic for you to contact the sheriff and see if they have anything. You'd have to get that document to the court this
Can
morning.
I reset?
Yeah, I think that's probably more realistic for you. So we will reset this. This order will continue in effect until which time we have that hearing. And then you have to see to it, and you have to see to it that the court is given documentation that that this service was done. Don't count on the sheriff filing it. Don't count on anyone else. You need to follow up probably the Friday before and the week before and see has it been done or not, and make sure the documents are filed with the court. All right.
Okay, I only have his last known address and nobody ever answers the door there. So what do I do about that?
Well, I can't give you legal advice. I can tell you that if you can talk to the sheriff, you can talk to a business that does legal notice. You can talk to a family or friend, as I said, but you have to be sure that we get those documents filed with the court either on the day of the hearing or before to show us what happened or what didn't. So if the
Okay.
sheriff's before, you're welcome to contact them, but you can do any of those methods. So we're going to set another hearing. What's your recovery time?
It could be 12 weeks to a year.
Wow. All right. When do you think you're ready to have another hearing?
A month would work. Yeah.
Okay. I'll set
Sorry, I'm
this in.
asking my caregiver too.
So let's see, what date are we gonna, we got?
Unless that would be the 24th.
February. Okay, February 24th, February 17th.
24th is fine.
All right. At 9 o'clock. Courtroom number, that'll be courtroom number 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll send you a new service packet to your email and then you take it from there and be sure, to contact whoever you work with the week before to see was it done, was it not, so that you can
Okay.
report or if there's a document that can get filed with the court. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll see you on the 24th and good recovery there.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome.